Now, I'm going to put out a disclaimer before I say anything. Trey Songz, I don't know if you like me or don't like me. We used to be cool, and then we wasn't cool. Then you congratulated me on the weight loss and all the success. Then I saw you last week and you didn't speak to me. So like, I don't know where we stand, but I got a job to do. Trey Songz, as you know, he is a singer. I don't know if he's active, but he's a singer, and he's a successful singer. And back in the day, Trey and Chris Brown used to be the two hottest guys that everybody loved. Men loved them, women loved them. Everybody wanted a piece of them. And then you remember Chris had his indiscretion with you know who, and then his meat dropped on the internet. And then Trey, remember he had a bunch of allegations, I'll just say allegations,
Allegedly.
pop up that he had a lot of sexual problems with women. Now, I'm indifferent on these topics because I have seen personally people who get thirsty for stars and want to extort them out of money and wanting to say things about them that are not true. And I've seen it happen, not only from a personal standpoint, but from friends around me. And so I get really cautious when I talk about these things because I don't want to be adding to the cancel culture bullshit or being a platform that people can use. We just talked about Mariah, and that guy, the basketball player Zion. So like, you just never really know. And when you have these stories told, you look at the person that's in it and then you start judging whether or not it could be true. But I like to see facts. I like to see facts before I go and say that somebody is anything. Now, I don't have the facts, so I have to tell you my opinion based on the facts I do have. Trey Songz and his legal team are demanding that a lawsuit accusing him of sex assault be tossed out. Now, a witness reportedly testified that she was offered money by his accuser's lawyer to lie about the alleged incident. Now, the lawyer has been identified as Ariel Mitchell, and she's representing two other women accusing Trey of assault. And she's represented another woman who's accused Chris Brown of drugging and raping her. I'll say allegedly. Jesus.
Allegedly.
Chris will go crazy. Shit, I didn't know that was in the notes. Oh, no problem from you, Breezy. Because I'm telling you, every time you say Chris's name, his fans go crazy. And Chris is trying to move on, even though he keeps getting drug into things. No pun intended. Well, this is a photo of Ariel Mitchell. That's the attorney. Mm-hmm. Put it back up. She's giving Stacey Dash on a good day. I don't know. Anyway, that's the attorney, Ariel Mitchell. Now, while Trey has been accused of assault by several women, and there's been a lot of women, this case was first brought to the public back in 2021. There was a woman named Johara Jeffries, and she accused the singer of sexually assaulting her in a Miami nightclub. Now, she said that Trey digitally penetrated her without permission. I don't know what that means. And she's suing him for $20 million. Huh? How you sue somebody for $20 million for penetrating you? Is that right?
It's a digital penetration.
Now, Mariah Thielen, who was a witness to the alleged incident, is speaking out, and she says that nothing ever happened. Instead, she's claiming while they were on the way to the singer's house after leaving the club, Johara was recording Trey, and he asked her to stop, and she refused. And after refusing, security reportedly escorted her out of the car. Now, Mariah is saying that she never witnessed the sexual assault, that Johara reportedly claims that Mariah is now claiming that Johara's attorney offered witnesses over $100,000, almost $200,000, to change the testimony to collaborate Johara's whole story. Now, while under oath, Mariah says she met with Johara's lawyer, Ariel Mitchell, on April 22nd, 2021, and was offered 6 figures to change her story. So it seems like Ariel, they should all go to jail, right?
Yes.
Because what it's saying is that the attorney, what she's alleging is the attorney conspired to change the story.
Yes.
So if that happened and they can prove that it happened, she should go to prison. And she should lose her license.
Too. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, the attorney.
Yeah.
All of them.
Absolutely. 100%. And digital penetration is
yes,
with the fingers.
Because digits are fingers. Because I was like, what is digital penetration? So it's when you penetrate the vagina or the anus with one or more fingers.
This is not to shame people who are involved with sexual assault, because there are victims of sexual assault. That's a real thing. Me Too is an important movement, but it got out of control a long time ago. And there's no Men Too movement because men are also victims. And I can tell you, as somebody who has a little bit of fame and a little bit of money, I have been the target of these attempts once. It only happened one time, but it was enough for me to see that, one, you have to be mindful at all times of having people around you, making sure that you're, I mean, like, there's so many things around me to make sure that I'm protected, because I never would have thought somebody would have tried to extort me. I don't know that I believe this story. And I'm not saying that I don't believe that Trey's ever done anything reckless, because I will tell you, Trey Songz, I've seen with my own eyes, is very reckless when it comes to women, meaning I've seen him with a lot of women at one time, not fucking, but, you know, active. And when you do that and people's intentions are not aligned with yours, they can then feel some sort of way. You know, that's why one thing I will say that I always do, I make sure I am very clear with somebody I am involved with. So I let them know we are not in a relationship. I'm not going to disrespect you and treat you like somebody that you're just getting fucked. But this is what it is. We grown, we're consenting, and you going to go home afterwards.
No, I feel like there's a surviving Trey Songz documentary brewing, just like R. Kelly, and I feel like
allegedly.
Well,
R. Kelly, let's be very clear. Pedophilia and sexual assault are two different things.
Two different things, but both disgusting.
Yes.
And I feel like I believe this 1,000% because when Kiki sat on, I don't know if you remember, on Wendy and Breakfast Club and talked about Trey Songz, nobody believed her. Everybody was making fun of her, but she said that he like sexually intimidated her and was recording her without her consent, like in a closet when she was hiding from him. Like, he's disgusting. And
I think he needs to have his day in court, because what's going to happen now is just a court of public opinion. And until he can either prove that he's innocent or otherwise, I think he needs to have that opportunity to save his reputation, or like let the truth come out. And Kiki wasn't the only person who's come out there. The video surfaced of him taking the girl's bathing suit off in a public setting. Like, he's had all of these things popping up. So at this point, he needs to speak up about it, because it's just going to fester and get worse if he doesn't.
At least Chris Brown still has a career. Because Trey Songz, I forgot he existed before.
I mean, he only needs to have one hit and he'll be back. I mean, it's music, like everybody says Kanye's done. Kanye needs one hit and he's right back.
One hit, yeah.
I mean, you know, so I would love to see the truth come out, whatever that truth is. And, you know, Ariel is out here doing a lot. Now, she's representing the folks, but they're saying that this is what they're alleging, that Ariella, that's our person, that's our producer. Sorry, Ariella. They're saying that Ariel allegedly said that she wanted to paint him as the next R. Kelly. So, you know, trying to do all of that. I'm not sure. Well, let me just say this as a legal note. Trey's legal team is now demanding that all of his accusers' lawsuits be thrown out. I feel like Sonny from the video, right? Yeah. She always says that, I have a legal note, and she never wants to read the legal note. Mm-hmm. Sonny, your legal notes be so shady. You'd be like, hold on. I have a legal note. Trump said he didn't do it. And then they go to commercial.
But I love her.
All right. Well, good luck with whatever journey you're on, Trey. We'll be here to watch and talk about it. All right.